Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of the Not So Far Realms. In this episode, our fun friends seem to not be able to ever escape going to jail, I guess. Well, without further ado, enjoy the Not So Far Realms. So you guys left off. You had escaped a prison cell located in the center of the Citadel City, and you were guided by a seemingly newbie recruit from the Renegades, which is a resistance group against your new overlords. You followed this guy, and he brought you into a small shack on one of the more slum-esque portions of the city. And you went down and you found one of the hideouts of the Resistance. So you are currently in this underground hideout. There are several grizzled individuals around you, and sitting at the head of one of the tables, like directly across from you guys, was the very imposing older gentleman in that like red military fatigues and a nasty gash over his eye, cliche grizzled vet. And as you guys are brought down, did you guys get the name of the guy who helped you out?
No, we literally showed
We just
up,
followed him,
Oh,
yeah.
right, you showed up
and
he
he was like, yeah, and this is the Resistance, and then you're like, all right, we'll stop for the day,
Yeah,
because I've been taking notes. That's something I would have written down.
Got it. All right, so you guys have been brought down here. As you guys enter into the underground area, being new faces, the entire room goes quiet as you draw the stares of everyone there. And the big old guy at the back is the first one to speak, and he kind of breaks this uneasy silence and turns towards the person who led you down and goes, Morvius, who are these guys? Why'd you bring them to the base? And he goes, hey, boss, these are some new guys. Listen, I brought him here because, and he points to Shannon. She's a mage. And with that, you hear some like oohs and ahs of exclamation from the crowd surrounding you. And he goes, a mage? That was a pretty good catch. But, what about... And he gestures at the four of you. What about them? And Morvius kind of turns his head to look at the four of you. And he goes, well, they were just in the cells with them. I figured might as well get them all out. Guys? And he gestures to you guys.
Hello.
I stand at attention, and I'm like, shoot, what would I say here? I guess I would say something like, my name's Attrition. If you're forced to fight the invaders, then I'd like to join.
A military man, are you?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you serve?
I led a small platoon into Pinedale to try and hold, but we were swiftly overwhelmed.
Identification?
I gesture to Herb and I say, "This was one of my men." And when I hear him say that, I'll start pulling my ID out of my bag or whatever.
Herb, do you have your ID?
I didn't write that I did. So, I mean, if I have an ID, then I have an ID.
Yeah, you have.
I carry around.
You have like a military ID.
Yes.
So, one of the guys that was next to the big guy in the back gets up and grabs your IDs and brings it over to him, and he identifies them. And he gives it like a grunt of approval as you get your IDs back. And then he turns to Genevieve and Yahoo and goes, What about you two?
I'm just following the crowd. I honestly don't even remember how I got here, if I'll be honest with you.
Uh. Yeah, I think I'm just here with oh wait, hold up, wait. I need to take a sec. Did we have that moment where we like said all of our names? You guys don't know my
No.
name, you guys don't know
I
Jenny.
don't
No,
think-
but you have now been asked your name by the guy in charge.
Okay. My name is Yaho. I've just been following these others here. We're kind of all lumped together on like a little prison cart thing, and then we basically, I mean, we were lumped on a prison cart, thrown into prison, and now we're here. So, I don't really know them that well, but I mean, we broke out of jail together, so I mean, I guess that's something. Yeah. Oh, except for Herb. Actually, except for Herb. Well,
What did I do?
He was kind of like bait.
Mhm.
So we got 2 military and 2 civilians, I guess. And, given that you're all here, why exactly should I let you walk out of here alive?
We can't help you.
We'd be dead even if we tried to walk out of here. Like, either
Yeah.
it's you get us or they get us.
Honestly, what he said.
Okay, but
Either
didn't
we
you-
die out here, out there, or we die in here.
Yeah, it's I die trying to take back my home and save my men, or I die in the street.
I'd rather die for it goes.
So, the big guy in the back, he points his fingers, like he points his index and middle finger at Herb and Attrition, and goes, I understand why you two are doing it, but what about those two? What guarantee do I have that you don't walk out of here and go report us to the local authorities?
Didn't you guys poach us? What the fuck?
No,
I
they
mean-
poached
Well, a
the
new-
mage.
a new recruit.
You just went
Yeah.
went along.
Oh. I mean, I don't think anyone has any. Why would we want to help the invaders? That seems pretty. I mean, I've taken a personal loss from them, so I don't really think it's like, I don't know. Listen, I can't really guarantee that I won't do anything, but I don't really particularly like these people or like this invading force. I'm not gonna lie though, I am pretty much just here for the ride. So I mean, kind of a tough sell here, but you just have to take my word for it.
Well, let me tell you, friend, your word doesn't have much weight down here. This is the first time I've seen you in my life. How do I know that from the get-go you're not a spy as it is?
I feel like a spy would have tried to brown nose your ass a little bit more. I'm just saying.
And you? What you say? And he's pointing at Genevieve.
Well, honestly, I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just woke up one day, and I don't even know, like, where am I supposed to go? I ended up wandering to some place, ended up getting captured, getting stuffed into a hot box, and I don't even know. But I feel like I'm trying to find something, and so far, I don't even know what that is. So I'm just here for the ride. If you want to kill me, that's fine. If you want to throw me out there, that's fine. But I just feel like we're all here for a reason. We don't like those people out there. If anything, the only thing I can do for you is heal. I can help in any way, shape, or form. If you have any injured, if you have anybody that's near dying, I can certainly try and help with that.
What are you, some kind of doctor or something?
I know a thing or two.
All right, so you see, you know, at your mention of knowing a thing or two, he looks to the guy to his left and stick out your arm. And the guy concedes
The
that,
amount
sticks
of
out his arm.
Morbius have raised for getting 2 spellcasters.
And, you know, he takes out a pretty long dagger that was at his hip and just rots like a massive cut down this guy's arm. And the guy doesn't even flinch as he does it. And the big guy in the back gestures at Genevieve and goes, if your doctor, fix that.
I stick up my hand and cast a healing bird.
Go ahead and
Let's
roll and
see.
tell me how much that heals.
Okay. 1d4.
Also, is healing word a touch? I thought it was like a...
No, I just stick out my hand and just say heal. I just look at the
Heal.
heal. Okay. 2 plus 5.
All right, yeah, so can you describe to us what this looks like as the spell goes off?
So like I stick out my hand and I whisper some like words under my tongue. Okay, and my hand starts to glow. And then of course, as like my hand starts to glow, the wound that like the man has caused starts to slowly heal and form back to what its original form. So it's like no longer a slash or like or a gash.
Got it, so his cut is fully healed now.
Yeah.
And with that, as you perform this feat here, you hear even louder gasps from around the room as individuals, you know, are beginning to like kind of stand up in shock at this point, much more so than what Shannon received, having acknowledged that she was a mage. And you hear the big guy at the back. He goes, "Healing magic is, but we haven't been able to commune with the gods." And he looks at you and goes, "How are you doing this?"
I already told you, I woke up one day, I don't even know. I just felt like there's a purpose that I'm looking for, and so far I feel like I haven't found it yet. The magic that I do, I have no idea how it's happening. I'll be honest with you, but I can help you, as proven right here.
Based on that alone, I would have taken you into the ranks. But the job's not that easy, as I don't know if I can trust the other 3 of you. So we'll do this. You all can call me Mason. And a little group of renegades here is a little short on steel. So here's the deal. If you can provide us with armaments for 200 individuals, you'll have earned your place in our ranks.
200 people. That's like 400 arms.
So if I haven't received 200 crates of armaments in 2 weeks, you'll never see or hear from us again, and if you do, you won't live to tell the tale. And he turns over to Morbius and goes, "Morbius, you're their liaison. Take him to one of the apartments." And with that, you know, he kind of dismisses you and sits back in his chair as Morbius begins to fidget with his hands and goes, well, that went better than I could have hoped."
Well, what exactly were you hoping for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of scary.
Well, I was hoping that at least half of you guys would live.
Half, okay.
But, gee, Scully, How did you do that? With the magic and the healing and that?
You know, maybe one day I'll tell you, but right now I don't even know. Like I said, I just stick up my arm, I say some words, and voila, it happens.
What words do you say?
Um, shall we say that for another time? Yes, yes. And I just start, where are the apartments again? Let's just go, guys. Yeah. And I
He
start
kind
moving
of
to
slumps
random
his
area.
shoulders and he slumps his shoulders into feet and goes, yeah, they're up here. Oh, but Shannon, you need to stay here. You're gonna go ahead and head into that room over there, and he directs Shannon into like a door that's further into the compound.
Goodbye, Shannon.
Bye, Shannon.
Bye, Shannon.
Bye bye.
Sorry I got your husband killed.
As you
Don't
say
say
that, she walks away. She sends you
Just go.
a very lethal scowl. If looks could kill, Herb would be dead.
Oof.
Ooh.
But yes, Morbius leads you guys up onto the up the ladder that you came in on. You guys begin to leave the slums area as you go a little bit further into the city, and you enter the living districts, living quarters, and there's just massive skyrise buildings with like thatched roofs. The tallest one that you can see is probably 5 stories high. And there are engravings, keeping a massive building like this standing. As you go through, most of them seem extraordinarily worse for wear, and none of these large buildings are being kept to the pristine condition you can once assume that they were at. Leading you deeper into this street. It is sort of later at night. You were safe, so you're reaching the early morning at this point. There are no people out in the streets. Again, Morbius reiterates the fact that you guys need to be moving quietly.
Why do we have to be so quiet? Huh?
Because they're listening.
Who's
They might not be patrolling at night, but they sure as hell are paying attention. Make too loud of a racket, and you'll call over the guards even if they've returned for the night.
Where are we exactly?
This is the
That's like-
This is the residence district. We call this the Towers. You guys are going to be located over here in Tower 7. And you guys enter the 7th tower on your left-hand side and go up onto the 5th floor, and you are brought into a rather spacious apartment. Has a single common living area with 2 attached bedrooms and a kitchen, along with a bathroom. As you enter, Morbius visibly relaxes. You see him walk in, and like near the center of the room, there's like a bulbous, like, not so much a sphere, but it's like, imagine if you had a square and you had like a half circle on top of it. As he walks into the center of the room, he kind of taps it a couple times, and it begins to illuminate, and you see a blue pulse kind of stretch out from the object and encase the entire room until it's pretty much on par with the walls, so you don't even notice it. And he points at it and goes, yeah, one of the few things that we're able to still get a hold of, these are silencing arrays. Keeps everything that happens in here silent, and nobody can really see anything looking inwards. Love these things. But welcome to your home sweet home for the time being, till you complete the mission.
So we're supposed to get armaments?
Yeah, well, not all these people are as lucky as you are. Most of these civilians were just taken straight out of their homes. They didn't have time to grab any weapons or anything. So, sadly, those with weapons are in the minority in this town.
What do you hope to be able to do with these weapons?
Fight the good old fight, Stick it to the man.
Oh. Sounds like a lot of people are gonna get killed.
That's the price of freedom.
Whoa.
Imagine the tales we'll have to tell our kids. And in case this hasn't been correctly described recently, he's Morbius is a younger person, maybe like early 20s, 20, 21, 22, that ballpark. He has a bit of like light scruffle on his face. He's hasn't the ability to grow a full beard, but he's definitely trying. He's got dark black hair. He would be a looker if he could, eat a full 3 meals a day, but he is a little bit gaunt. But that is like his general description there.
Okay. So if we're supposed to get these armaments, where would we even start looking? Like, where does the Citadel or the people here or the, invaders here in the Citadel, where do they even
Ah,
where
good
do they
question.
even get their stuff?
I almost forgot. And he pulls out like a envelope that he's been carrying, and he opens it up, and he goes, Mason gave me this before we left. And he pulls out 4 red cards, and he hands one to each of you. They state they have like a blank in there for like name and age and whatnot. But as far as you can tell, these are like the civilian cards that they were handing out at the beginning when you were entering the town. And in the occupation slot, there is the phrase factory worker. Yeah, so go ahead and fill these bad boys in and get you right into the factory. That's where they seem to be making all the goods, weapons and whatnot.
And you
Couple
want
of
us to just walk in, armed to the teeth, and try and steal some weapons and armor?
I would not recommend doing that. If it was that easy, we would have done it ourselves. But that place is, well, it's not stuffed to the teeth with gods, but there's definitely quite a few of them. They don't exactly want their property being stolen,
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys were strong enough to do that, I would say just go ahead and siege the stronghold. That's where they keep all the good stuff, if you know what I'm saying.
Huh.
It looks like we've got some deciding to do.
And some planning and some thinking. Making sure we're not dying.
Okay, what's the
Well,
plan?
I suppose we better start thinking of a plan.
Could we
Well,
loot?
as you guys are having fun with that, I'll see you in around a week. If you, need anything.
Wait, a week.
Okay.
Thank
What was your
you.
name again? Sorry, I'm a bit short-term memory loss.
Ah, no, it's
Name is
it's Morbius.
Morbius. Yeah.
Morbius? Okay.
Can you
Yeah,
name this?
future hero. Better remember that.
I'll be sure to remember that, don't worry.
He says he strikes like that heroic like arms on hips pose.
Ah,
Don't worry, Morbius. You're my hero, saving us from that jail cell.
Ah, anytime.
Wait.
No, seriously,
Nice
anytime.
fun.
I work as a god.
Alright, we'll be seeing you around.
All right, with that, he shoots some finger guns at you as he backs out the door, and you guys are alone.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is very kind. But we gotta figure out how the hell are we gonna get into this factory? I assume we just walk in with these cards. But how are we gonna get a weapon in there to try and presumably we're gonna probably have to try and fight our way out.
Okay, obviously we can walk in, but I don't think, just grabbing a bunch of these things and walking out can be, like the easiest thing. Kind of have to, huh.
200 in a week.
Yeah, we have to siphon enough equipment for 200 people.
Can we loot the nearby area, you think? This war happened pretty quickly. If people, they just didn't have time to grab their shit, maybe they just left it.
Well, Yeah, but we're probably not going to be able to get anybody's stuff. Like, we have to stay in the Citadel.
Hmm.
Presumably, we're going to be able to get into this factory and just... Presumably the factory is a, weapons manufacturing place.
Is there anything on these factory slips that would give any information on procedure? Or are they just
what do you
like,
mean?
here's your name, here's
Yeah,
your
it's
date?
just like a name. It's like a name slot, like date of birth slot. There's a picture of like an ID, and then there's your occupation. And for the 4 of you, all your occupation set as factory worker.
Yeah, but does it tell us, like, where we go to work?
Well,
I'm
from
Morpheus!
yeah, you know what? You can call
I
him.
run out the door. Morpheus!
You catch him as he's like trying to step into the staircase, and he goes, "Yeah, what can I do for you?"
Can you come back here for a minute? Sorry,
Yeah.
we gotta get stuck with this planning thing. Can you please come back?
He looks at his watch and he looks back at you. He's like, "Yeah, I can spare 5 minutes," and he heads on back into the room.
Alright, so first off, where are we supposed to be going to work?
You guys didn't read the cards? You work at the factory.
Okay,
Where is the factory?
where is the factory? Like, is there a map? Is there like a route that we're supposed to take, or are we just? No.
Oh, right. You guys are new. Yeah, the factories. There's only one factory in the whole city.
Okay, but where exactly is the factory in the city?
All right. So from where we currently are, you just you follow like the river that kind of cuts through the city. Follow the river down, and it's like right inside. I guess what used to be called like the Noble District. There's like a big ass wall separating it from us common folk. But it's just that massive collection of buildings there. I mean, you can't miss it. It's where all the smoke is coming from. There's like
okay.
there's a big old entrance at the front. It's just a couple guards keeping order. We just show them that card and you get right in and you start chugging away at your work. Though you do got to get it's for first timers like you. When you first go in there, you're gonna have to be assigned a position.
Okay.
We just gotta try to get positions for everything leaving the factory. Like the quality check, because we gotta, like, I guess the goal is to steal, like to make shit and then steal it. Right? If we're working in the factory.
Yeah.
Or are we like working as slaves, like we're just their prisoners right now? And they're gonna make us work until I don't know the situation. Are we going into like an alien factory?
Well, you saw those
Oh,
workers
no.
leave while we were in the cell, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So I imagine we'll go in the morning without really much of a plan, get our positions and see what we can do,
Right.
and then come back after, I guess, an honest day's work.
Right.
And I think we just need to learn as much as we can currently.
Yeah, we gotta just go through a day, I guess.
And it's gonna suck. It's gonna be, grueling slave labor, presumably, but
It
Yeah.
won't be fun, but it'll be an experience.
Will it though?
Yeah,
You know what-
no little work.
No, it's not exactly that. I mean, Yahoo over here necessarily, kind of got somebody killed in the beginning, so I don't know if whatever plan that we have in mind might, fail. But you know what? I'm not gonna doubt. It might go well. But I'm
Well,
just saying, if we have this guy here, it might just happen. I'm just saying.
well,
And
unless
as
Lockboy has some better suggestions.
crickets.
Oi, mate, wake up! It's time for fighting.
Connor. He's AFK.
What?
Bro, you gotta pay
So,
attention if you're gonna play Dungeons
listen,
and Dragons. okay?
listen. The last time I suggested a plan, right? Also, I realized that, like, I guess, like, I don't know what it was. Anyways, the last time I suggested a plan, which was basically to, like, break down the door and go and kick in, no one liked that plan. So I'm gonna go with this plan of scoping things out. I mean, that's fine. I have a different idea of what I want to do, but that probably also involves us killing more
Okay,
people. So
let's not listen to him. Let's just go with what what we're
Exactly, that's what I
originally
said.
doing.
Are there little side goals we want to set for ourselves? I know we're scoping it out, but there might be more we could do.
Well, first day we should probably
Like sabotage.
play it safe. Play it safe. Just scout the area, what the factory looks like inside. See where like most of the exits, the entrances, and then go from there.
Yeah, I think day one, our only goal should probably be to like obtain as much information as possible about both the factory, what's being made there, what we think the best ways to get it out of there is going to be.
Oh
And
yeah.
then in the future, that's when we can set
Also,
the goal.
see if it's like heavily guarded at a certain time. Maybe it's heavily guarded in the day. Maybe it's,
Oh, Morpheus, what kind of weapons are you trying to get for your people?
Well, we need a little bit of everything, swords, bows, spears, halberds, scimitars, you name it. I mean, I'm sure we've got somebody who can use it.
So not exactly picky. We'll just get whatever we can get our hands on.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
All right. I'm satisfied with that.
He just instantly passes out.
All right. I guess day one we'll play it safe. Check it out. All right. Thanks, Morpheus.
Yeah, anytime. Good luck, folks. I kind of like you guys,
Oh,
so
his
don't
name's
die.
Morpheus, not Morpheus.
Well,
Yeah, with a V. Morpheus.
all right. Guess we're all just gonna sleep.
All right, so you
Yeah,
guys.
I think sleeping's a good idea. We seemingly gotta find ourselves up for a long day at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as you
All right.
guys, you go ahead and restore all your stuff. You guys take a full rest here. All right, and with that,
Spider.
you all wake up to a blaring siren noise
Ah, what the fuck?
when the sun has
my
barely begun to creep over the horizon.
The old rise and shine.
What the fuck was that?
You have
The
And,
alarm clock.
As you say that,
chosen.
another massive blaring, like siren noise, fills up the entire city again, and you begin
That's so
to
fucking loud!
you begin to hear
My bloody ears.
the sounds of not only the siren but the people in the same building as you, and you hear some people begrudgingly trudging the streets as the city begins to come to life.
Well, it's time for work. Up and at 'em.
I don't want to get
I'm
up.
gonna get up, stretch out,
I
give
get
her a
up.
good 1-4. Really get all my muscles in tune for the day's work.
I get up and then start stretching. I hate this. I already hate this.
Do I have like a? Would I have like a notebook?
Yeah,
Or
I would
like
say
a-
you would
anything to,
have it
like,
if your
write
character
with?
would hold it. Yeah. If it's something that your
'Cause
character
I-
would have had on you already, then yes.
Yeah, because I probably would have been making notes on things.
As for what you guys are wearing, are you openly wearing weapons as you're going out to work here, or are you leaving them in your room?
I'm hiding mine on me.
Let me
Okay.
see.
What are your weapons, Connor?
One sec.
Well, I don't think I can smuggle in a hand axe. So. And I definitely can't sneak in a bow and, several arrows. So.
Yeah, I also am fucked.
All right, so pretty much if you are going to try to sneak a weapon on you, tell me what your weapon is and how you're going to hide that on your person.
Okay, it's a crossbow. It's a hand crossbow.
Now, Connor, do you know what a hand crossbow actually is? Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it's pretty big. I feel like.
Yeah, it's pretty bulky, and you have to wear like
Yeah, and
factory
it's like a
worker
yeah.
clothes to go to work.
What about you, Genevieve? Are you sneaking anything with you?
No, I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak in freaking Morningstar, so no thank you.
I'm gonna fiddle with I got a one-handed spear. I'm gonna try to somehow fit it lengthwise, even though I'm a small dwarf. I'm gonna attempt to put it down like my body, down like my boot.
Like your pant leg? You're walking with
Yeah.
like as if you have a fake leg?
Yeah, try to go for that.
All right, how tall is your character?
It's not gonna work. The spear is like right next to my face. The spear. I'm gonna look around and ask and pretend like it's working fine now.
That is not gonna work, Brett.
All right,
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna. You know what? You do you.
I'm not
You know
gonna
what?
say
I'm
you
ready.
can't, but
I'm
it
ready
will
for
be
the work.
difficult.
You're ready for work, buddy.
I
If
could do
you
just
think,
about anything with this.
tell him it's your walking stick.
It's got a little point to it, so I don't fall over.
Ah, surely they'll believe you. Yes.
Connor, have you decided what you're doing with your hand crossbow? Hello?
Connor.
Hi.
It's a little time for Connor.
Connor went AFK again.
All right, we're just gonna
Ah.
assume Connor cannot hide this crossbow and is following along with you like a lost puppy.
All right, that's perfect. All right, do you guys remember the route? All I remember was taking the river down and then like meeting a wall, and then apparently
You
I'm
gave
telling
us
you.
a route.
Well, it's
I'm
gonna
telling
be
you,
They said
I
it's
had-
gonna be the building with the smoke coming out of it, and I assume we're probably gonna be walking with a lot of other people. So let's hop to it.
Okay, I'll just follow
But-
the crowd.
Instead of hiding like a weapon, I'm probably gonna keep like my notebook and like whatever the equivalent of like a pencil would be.
Yeah, I would say you're able to carry those openly without issue. As you guys enter or leave your building, the streets are pretty much flooded with people kind of trudging their way along and heading pretty much all in the same direction. So you can blend in with the crowd and kind of go with the flow pretty easily if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah. Hang on. Before we leave, actually, should we? I don't think we should bring our, resistance, like, attire with us, right? We should probably not
Are
wear.
we in resistance attire? I thought
Well,
we
we all have like a red
yeah.
piece of clothing.
I'm in like scale mail, right? I should probably take that off. You're right. I will doff my armor or don it.
All right, so then just to clarify it for everybody as a whole, you're all in civilian clothing or like undergarments that would go under your
Okay.
armor, and
So
then
we
you
fit-
have all taken off your red Rebel Association pieces.
Connor, are
I,
you
al- I
back?
also probably
What?
would have
Are you back?
Yeah, sir.
I probably would have like attempted to hide to some capacity like my belongings in the apartment. Like I don't know if our apartment is going to be like searched while we're gone.
All right.
So I probably would have taken like twine from like my bedroll and like tied all of my belongings to like the bottom of a bed frame. So that you can't like see them on the floor, but like they're basically just they're as as analogous to being under the bed as possible without touching the floor.
Yeah. All right. So I would say, yeah, your belongings are, unless someone was actively like doing an in-depth search, they would not find your belongings. Did anybody else want to do something similar before you all head out?
Nah, it's good.
Because I have like
That's
like
fine.
like 2 bows and like a quiver of arrows and like a hand axe and armor. So I'm
imagine,
definitely hiding that.
Attrition and Herb's like shared room. Half of it is like very spectacularly neat and well kept, and the other half is like a fucking hurricane hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Just explode.
All right, Genevieve, are you doing anything with your stuff before you leave, or are you just leaving it?
I'll just leave it. It's not like I have nothing to hide.
All right, what about you, Yaku?
They do.
You have
But I
weapons.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot.
Yeah,
They're
but I-
valuable.
You know what? It's okay. The only thing valuable in taking with me is this like a skull of a raven. They have. I'm taking that with me actually.
All right, yeah, that's it's small. It's something small enough that you could hide it on your person if need be.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head out and you begin to follow the crowd as you walk further into the city. You notice that the majority of the crowd seems to be following the general gist of the directions that Morvius had given you. You guys follow the river downwards. You begin to enter like the city proper, and eventually entering into the a walled district inside the city itself, which previously was the Nobles District. And you come across a massive, sprawling set of buildings that are so close together they pretty much form just one gigantic building, with
Wow.
plumes of smoke beginning to come and fly out of it as
Oh,
plumes and fires are lit inside of it to get things up and running.
You know, the more that I look at it, it really isn't hard to miss.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes perfect sense. Unfortunately.
Can
I
I
wonder
like,
how
just
the second
gander at that? I'm guessing it's similar to the Citadel and how, but can I try to like just guess the material of this
Yeah,
this
so-
Citadel?
And now that you're closer in, you notice further in towards pretty much the center of the city, there's a secondary, smaller wall where the castle itself, the keep, would have been. But now replacing this is a massive black spire that's kind of like twirling upwards, kind of like a helix style, like a double helix type of deal, except it's got pointy spikes coming out of it, kind of reaching towards the sky. Your best guess from this distance, it's like a shiny black reflective material. Like, if you didn't know better, you could say it was something like obsidian.
But I do know better. That's right. Obsidian it is.
That's a magnificent structure.
Yeah.
It must take in some manpower to make it.
Huh.
It is very looming.
I wonder how we're going to take it down, ever.
So one thing that you guys have noticed walking to work this morning is that compared to the nighttime, the population of both Terran original being guards and Kaordi guards have like quadrupled, where there is like massive amounts of guards walking the streets. It's probably like a 10-to-1 ratio for civilian to guard.
Damn, that's a lot of guards.
What kind of weapons are they handling?
Most of the, I don't want to say human, but like Tauren guards. So the guard itself, you've noticed, is there are individuals in like less heavy armor, kind of like typical like chainmail, helmets, sword and shield kind of deal. And these are all Tauren species. So they are individuals who have, decided to become a guard as opposed to, work a menial labor task. And then there are like almost like Juggernaut-esque guards where they are just heavily armored head to toe. You cannot see a lick of skin at all. And these are the Kaordi guards. And they are carrying heavy spears and other like spears, whips, things like that.
Chains.
Excites them.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
It would be
So when we walk in,
interesting
does like
to
someone
find the barracks for these people?
What do you mean?
Just like where they arm themselves, like the troops, just to know where their barracks is, because I mean that's like a last resort option if we can't find anything out with this factory.
So
might
at
be
the
able to-
moment, with you guys walking towards the factory itself, you are not able to see from your field of vision where exactly the guards are coming from.
Okay.
So if you wanted to find out something like that, you'd either have to like explore the city and like wait at like either dawn or dusk as the guards like change shifts and whatnot.
All right.
But with what you currently have, as you guys are following this line, you eventually get to this massive disorderly construct that is spewing smoke, and in the front of it you see two squadrons, so it's about 6 individuals each of heavily armored Kaordi guards standing at the front of the factory entrance, and they are standing at insides, and people are kind of giving them a wide girth as they enter in through the 2 massive doors leading into the factory. And as you guys follow this line in, you see a Terran guard, and he's standing off to the side, and he's kind of like calling out, and he's saying, anybody who is new, come over here for your assignments.
Well, I guess I come over there.
I follow.
So you guys kind of funnel your way that way, and you are
Is
there
there
with a
any-
group. There's like a couple other people that have joined you. There's about
I was gonna say,
30
are
in
there any
total.
other
Are there any other what?
entrances?
From what you can tell as you entered, it's kind of like a... So as you enter into these 2 doors, it's not like a foyer area, but there's like a space. So this is like a room, and then it leads to a further on hallway that goes down further deeper into there.
Do you mind drawing boxes on the
Yes, I
on the
can.
table? Thank you.
Hopefully I can get this in proportion. So just, this is not like accurate, like by feet dimensions, but roughly this is what you're looking at. And I'll do the entrances in red. So you guys at the moment would be like here. And this guy will be the guard that's calling you. Yeah, so this guy would be the guard calling you over.
Is there like a mass of people? Going...
Yeah, so the people are kind of flooding past you guys and going deeper into the building, so they're going like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there
So the longer you wait here, and as the more
I was
people
gonna-
kind of... What?
I was just gonna say, can I slip in with them? Just walk right in.
Yeah, you can just walk right in. Nobody's stopping you.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna do that too.
All right, so the 2 of you kind of join the crowd here. So we'll do Genevieve and Attrition first. So as you 2
Okay.
wait here with the group of people, you hear the beginning of machines whirring up. You hear the sounds of forges lighting up, the smashing of hammers on anvils, the whirring of looms beginning to start up, and you smell the thick stench of smoke and urine as what you can assume is a large tannery again begins its production. So after a good 10 minutes, everybody's pretty much loaded up, and the last of the people are trickling on through here, and the guard that called you guys over begins to start his little introduction. He goes, all right, guys, welcome to the factory. It's pretty basic shit. I'm sure most of you guys have done this before. Go ahead and form a line, 4 lines in front of me. Leftmost if you've done any sort of forge work. any type of woodworking skills, go right here, second line. Any sort of tannery, loom skills, fourth line. If you were a noble or a scribe, know how to read and write, go ahead and fill in the last line here.
Well, I know how to read and I know how to write, so I would get in the last line.
Alright, yeah, so you head over in the last line here. Everybody's follows your lead as you're the first one to take a step and funnel in a line. Genevieve, where are you heading?
Can you repeat the lines again? Sorry.
So leftmost line is any type of smithing work or work in a forge. Second line is woodworking.
Mm-hmm.
The third line is loom skills or tanning skills. The last line is people who know how to read and write and do arithmetic.
I guess I'll go on the read and write. Let's go.
Oh, literacy.
All right, so you guys
Hell
both head in that
yeah!
line. And all right, turn goes. So you, the two of you, are the only ones in that line until a third person, who is not Morbius. Joins behind you guys, and you are the only three in this line, and the other three lines have a pretty substantial number of people in them. So the guard who is looking over at these lines, he's actually kind of going down each line and taking names and making sure to look at your cards as he's going through. And he finally gets to your line, and he goes, "Wow, that's pretty impressive. We have 3 people that are literate. Damn. Go ahead and pull out your cards and tell me your names." He looks at attrition.
I pull out my card and I hand it to him, and I say I'm attrition.
Yeah, looks at it, compares it to like a sheet of paper he has, and he gives it back. Goes up the next line, looks at you, Genevieve.
I pull out my card, give it to him. My name's Genevieve, but you can call me Jen.
Sure. And he pulls up the list and compares it, jots down your name, hands your card back to you, then goes to the guy behind you in line. And he asks the same thing, holds his hand out for the card. And the guy behind you is, "Hey, my name's Asher. Here's my card." The guy takes it, writes down the name, and walks back in the front. He's gonna be, "All right, you guys in the forge, you're gonna go head out down the hallway. First door on your left. You'll see a couple of senior guys. They'll teach you how to do what you got to do from there. You folks at the woodworking, you're gonna go ahead and proceed up the stairs. It's going to be the entire left half of the building. All that stuff's you guys. You folks with the loom and tanning skills, same deal. You're gonna head up to the second floor. It's gonna be the entire right-hand side of the building. And you 3 folks with the brains, you're gonna go ahead and head up this hallway and head straight to the back."
Okay. And I just go down the path that he basically.
Yeah, I mean, I would,
Yeah.
Walk down the hallway. He said go
Alright.
down the hallway and take a left?
Hey,
No, he
Mike,
said
can
go
you
down the hallway and
number-
straight to the back. What's up?
Okay, straight to the back.
Can you number those doors 1 through 4? Or those options 1 through 4? 'Cause that'll be my decision of how I go.
Option 1 was the forge. Option 2 was woodworking. Option 3 was loom and like tannery skills. And option 4 was reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Okay.
All right, so as you guys are walking there, we'll cut back over to Yahoo and Herb. All right, so you guys kind of just join in with the flow of bodies as you're walking in here. As you walk into like this main corridor, the first things you guys, oh fuck, my angle's so fucked. So on the left and right, you see 2 massive doors, which are currently swung wide open. Don't want to do that. And you see the majority of the bodies are going through these entrances here. This is... Oh, let me... This is not accurate. Let me redo this real quick. Could you erase that little red thing? The southern one? This one right here. Thanks. Hmm. We can erase that. All right, so this is the hallway that you guys see as you walk down into the factory building. A lot of people are splitting off onto the left. A handful of people are kind of going into onto the right into this door here. Even fewer people are going into this door. You see nobody going into that door, and the rest of the crowd, which is still quite a bit of people, are heading up the stairs. Which way are you guys going?
Uh,
I'm gonna go to 3.
1.
Can you tell me what that means?
I don't really know.
If you have the
I guess
ruler
the fir-
ruler thing, you can go like that and point at the door.
The first option, or the first.
So this
door.
one?
There you go. Yep.
All right, so Herb, you're gonna head over here. Yahoo, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go to the tanning. You said one of them was like the loom, right? The tanning loom.
Huh? Well, this is all you see in this hallway. So you got to pick a door because your character is not aware of what is what and where's.
Okay, I'm gonna go in here.
I just rolled for it. So that's like kind of just random shit.
What door are you going in?
This one. I just threw him in there.
So just to reiterate, a lot of people are going in this door. More than like half the people that are walking in this hallway are going into this door. Maybe like an eighth of the people are going into this door, and even fewer. You only see like a handful of individuals trickle into this door in the back, and you see nobody going into this door. So you're gonna go into this door?
Okay, no, I'll go into this one then.
All right, that works out. So we'll go with Herb here, as he's here first. As you walk into this area, you are hit with a very high increase in heat, and you smell like the burning of metals, and you feel the heat coming out of the massive like furnaces in the back, and you hear the resounding pounding of metal on hammers as you've entered a massive forge. And you can tell pretty much this entire area is generating all the smoke you saw coming out of this building.
Well, I take a deep breath. And I look around. I see what's going on.
Yeah, so you see several individuals of all races manning the forges, like smelting the metals, grafting them into their sword shapes. You see people pounding them, getting out the impurities in it. It's a really practical forge operation.
All right. Well,
Is there anything specific like you're looking for?
What happens at the very end? Like we create the sword or the blade or whatever. What happens after that? Like.
All right, so yeah, you're looking down like kind of like the chain of production here.
Yeah.
After the swords are like quenched, and they pass like a QC by like some of the older individuals in this like in the working line. You see they're kind of just stacked into boxes at the in the edge of the room. So you can see production is kind of like in a big U shape. So the forges would be here. So that's like a forge. And then they're processed over here at like the anvils. After they're processed by the anvils here, they're kind of like quenched, in the barrels of oil. And there's a big table with individuals behind it that are QCing it. And eventually, if they pass the check, they're placed into large boxes. And this is repeated. This process is repeated for all different types of weapons. So you see spears, swords, halberds, arrow tips, shields, like the metal portions of the shields,
Are
and
we making
nails.
whole weapons, like for say like a sword, or is it just the blade?
It's just the blade. They're not. It's only the metal workings of it. It's not assembled yet.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna leave.
All right. As you head out, we're gonna take it over to what's his face, Yahoo. All right, Yahoo.
Yeah.
You enter into this portion here, and what you see is several long tables with individuals kind of just sitting at them. And what you see is along the entrance side where you were just standing are large crates filled with basic goods. So, you know, the sword handles, the sword hilts, the leather used to wrap the sword handle, the entire means to create these objects, you know, including shields, weapons, swords, the whole 9 yards, including, like, you know, several pieces of leather and armor to create armor, and they're all being assembled here along on these long tables by individuals sitting down. Oh, I should also point out what you guys notice is that, so for Herb, right, in the smithing room here, there are several Kaordi and human guards kind of patrolling the area. The Kaordi guards are all armed with whips and chain whips. The human guards are still armed with their normal sword and shield combinations, or the human guards, the Tauren guards. It's the same deal for you, Connor. For this room, there are around 6 guards patrolling the entire room.
I want to inspect some of the, or like I want to walk over to like one of the tables, not like sit down, but I want to like carefully like observe what they're doing, like the procedure of basically like after they put stuff like together, like where they put them, stuff like that.
All right, so as you walk in, you decide to follow like the trail of like a young man. Maybe he's assembling a sword. You see him walk through the steps. He attaches the sword to the hilt, kind of lathers that thick glue onto it to hold everything in place. Lathers the hilt in glue, wraps around like the leather strap around it to keep it all together. Make sure that everything is holding well before he stands up and places it in a bin full of other swords. Then he goes back, grabs some more parts, and repeats the process.
Okay. I'm gonna watch it happen like a few times, like maybe like 3 to 4 times, and then I want to leave back out the door as well.
All right, go ahead and give me a stealth check as you get up to leave again, because you've been decided to sit here for quite a bit.
That is a 23.
All right, yeah, so you're able to successfully leave under the watchful gaze of the guards that are sitting there. All right, so as these two had entered their respective places, Genevieve, Attrition, and your new unnamed friend, you guys head straight to the back of the hallway, and you end up over here.
He's my friend. Smile. Asher was his name, yeah?
I was gonna say his name was Asher.
His name was Asher. You guys head straight to the back, and you enter a much more well-lit, an open room. You know, there are several... here, let me mark them. There are several large windows in the room. You only notice a singular Kaordi guard. He's kind of keeping post right here on the side of the door. And you notice several large desks. They're kind of like, it's kind of like classroom style, where they're all lined up like this, and each one has a stack of paperwork on it. And as you guys are entering, the guard that introduced you guys is kind of following in behind you, as he did with the rest of the groups that went and joined their respective places. And as you enter, the guard follows in and goes, "Hey, Terrence, we got some new guys for you, Terrence." And you see a rather large, imposing minotaur who's easily 3 meters tall get up from what seems like a abnormally small desk from the front. So that would be like right here. It's the largest desk in the room, but it seems very small compared to his muscling stature. And you see him get up, and he puts on a very small pair of glasses as he looks the three of you down. And he goes,
Hello.
"Oh, are you guys the new guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to this part of the factory."
What do we do here?
Ah, well, you guys lucked out. We do some of the less intensive labor. We're in charge of the counts of goods, making sure what comes in matches what's going out.
Perfect.
You guys can go
How
ahead
do we
and
get started?
you can take some of these desks over here on the right. So in the rows, there about in total, you'd say there's around 50 desks inside the room. Only around 30 of them are full. So you guys can pick whatever empty desks you guys desire. Would you be sitting next to each other were you to pick desks?
I'm probably gonna pick like what I perceive as like the back, and I'm sort of like in the middle.
I also like the corner, so I'm going to the one that's right here. Specifically right here.
Yeah, so I would probably move to probably like my character clips to the grid, but this one.
Yeah. I think you can make it so that they don't clip.
Yeah.
How do you?
You right click.
Oh, here you go.
toggle,
There you go.
snap,
Okay, yeah.
or grid.
All right, so imagine like each of these squares is like maybe like 10 or 20 desks. So you guys each pick your portions. Asher, kind of looks at the two of you. One of you goes sits in the corner. One of you kind of takes like a middle desk. He kind of finds one
Yeah,
near.
I point to Asher and I'm like, yeah, come sit right here. Let's stick together.
Yeah, he goes ahead and he sits right next to you, and in the desk right next to you. And the large imposing Minotaur walks up with several piles of paper in his hands, and he goes, "Well, considering it's your guys' first day, I figured I'd let you off with something easy, just to make sure you're able to actually do what you say. Here are some basic inventory. Go ahead and just make sure that these numbers are lining up and the prices match."
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna take my stack of paper and I'm gonna say, I got in the line because I was literate, not because I'm intelligent, but I'll try my best.
I
Well,
just take some of the paper and I go, okie dokie.
yeah, and Asher also takes some of the paper, kind of with a "damn, that's a lot of fucking work" look on his face.
Yeah, exactly.
And as the Minotaur goes to turn around, he like turns back to you as though he just remembered something. And he's like, "Oh yeah, remember, make sure to do your job, otherwise you'll be whipped."
What?
Now, define, please.
Wait, what? Did I hear that correctly? Did you say whipped?
Yeah, and he doesn't really answer you with words, but he kind of points into the opposite side of the room, and this is where one of the Kaori guards was standing. And you see an individual kind of like huddled up on the ground, kind of bleeding from their back, whimpering softly. You guys can really hear the whimpering because you're on the opposite side of the room, but you can infer that he was not doing his job up to par, and that's what happened to him.
Ah, okay, I understand. Okay, I get it. And you start, looking at the paper.
Yeah, so just have those finished by the end of the day, and we won't have any problems, right, guys?
Good thing, boss. What
Yeah,
was the Minotaur's name?
Terrence.
Terrence. Alright, you got it, Terrence.
All right, and with that, Terrence goes ahead and gives you guys a nice Minotaur smile as he goes and sits back down at his too small desk and begins to go through his paperwork.
Initially, okay, I'm gonna whisper. Initially, I thought this wasn't going to be bad, but then they said whipped, and I feel bad for the guy. Like, he looks like I'm doing so hot. I don't like. What if we just make one error? Do you think like we're gonna like get whipped severely if we make one small error?
No, I don't think one small error is necessarily a whipping. I think not getting it done is what the whipping is. So just try your best. They said it was basic inventory.
Asher kind of
Basic
like
and
Asher he turns to you too as you're whispering around. He goes, "But I mean, like, They fucking whipped that dude. Like, what the
They
hell?
did. They did, and it is not something to look forward to.
Wait, your name's Asher, right? Like, I'm
Yeah.
still whispering. How long have you been working here?
No, he's new.
This
he was
is
in line
yeah.
with
This
us.
is my first day. Yeah, I just was in line with you guys.
Ah, okay. How, wait, were you did you get like brought here in carts too?
Weren't all we? We were all rounded up. I came from one of the northern towns.
The northern towns?
What's Pinedale in relation to the Citadel? You said it was nearby, but you didn't say in like what direction.
Yeah, it was kind of like to the south. It was a day's journey on foot.
Okay.
Swarth.
Sweestorth. Literally, in literally every direction.
So yeah, Asher, you asked him. What did you ask him? You asked him where his town was.
Yeah, where was like there's a northern town?
Yeah, it's about maybe like 3 or 4 days up north. It's the town of Freestead.
Freestead. What was your life before, you know, you were brought here, Asher?
Oh, I was a merchant's apprentice. And
Ooh,
you
a
can
merchant.
now that you guys are having a conversation with him, better looking at him. He's kind of a portly man, maybe in his early 30s. He's got a bit of a baby face, the kind that were he to be annoying, would be very punchable. And he's kind of got a bit of fading hair. You know, he's kind of it's almost like a monk style, but not by choice. But overall, he seems like a pretty friendly dude.
I see. Ah. An apprentice. So I'm guessing you didn't want to do any of the other works, you know?
Ah, well, yeah. Like, puts his hand on his, like, slightly protruding stomach. I'm not exactly one for heavy labor, if you know what I mean.
Ah, okay. I see. Okay, well, it was nice meeting you, Asher, and I start, we should probably start working before, we end up like that guy.
Yeah, before we get whipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, you guys begin to go down on your paperwork.
So I want to like look at this paperwork. So
Yeah.
this is literally like a reconciler's like is an inventory.
Pretty much what you guys are handling at the moment, you can't see, like, prices, but you have pretty much 2 stacks of paper, and, well, you can't see item names, but you can see prices, and you're pretty much making sure that the total of things on, like, the left-hand piece of paper is matching the correlating, like, money spent to acquire those things on the right-hand side. So you're not given any, like, information about what exactly it is that's being bought and sold and purchased and whatnot, just you're making sure that the amounts match up. So were you to find
So
any,
it's just
like,
basically prices.
it's basically what?
Is it just basically prices? Like, it doesn't say, like, a list of, like...
Yeah, so, like, you would see, like, 10 gold, 25 gold, 40 gold, and then at the end it would be, like, 100 gold total. And then you had to make sure that matches up with what it says that was spent.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So you haven't, as your first day, you weren't given anything, like, of importance.
Okay.
All right?
Is that basically, is it the same thing as, like, front and back of each paper?
Yeah, pretty much. You just have large amounts spent and what should have been spent.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else you're looking for there, Tom?
No, but I am trying to think of ways to cheat the system here. Like, how can I say that we received the items, but I can secretly, like, clip them out or whatever?
Yeah. So
I'm
at
trying
the
to think of that while I am doing my work.
Yeah. So just for a note, with those documents, you are not entering anything. You're pretty much just, like, checking it. So you're unable to, like, so if you were to find something, like, let's say wrong, you just report it to Terrence.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys are going ahead and working away at your job here, Yahoo and Herb, you guys both enter into the hallway conveniently at a similar time here. And at this point, the flow of individuals in that hallway has trickled to practically a stop. And at this point, it's majority guards just roaming the hallway as you guys exit these rooms here.
All right. I'm just gonna try to beeline it to the door across from me.
I see Herb, and I want to follow him this time.
All right, so as these guards are patrolling the hallways and you beeline it towards this door here, let me clarify this here with colors. So the Katori guards are going to be, I guess, like orange. And the Tauren guards are going to be white. So just for clarification for your sake. So as you guys begin to enter this one room, this was the room where nobody was entering, and the guard that is pretty much right next to you guys as you are to enter that room pulls out his whip and proceeds to smack both of you with it. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I got a 14.
I'm 13.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me go ahead and do this.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So you hear a low guttural growl from the Kaori guard who is standing next to that door, and he throws his whip at both of you, and what are your ACs? Well, actually, yeah. What are your ACs?
It changes because I'm not wearing.
13.
Oh, it's only 12. What the fuck? I guess that makes sense. I'm not wearing my chain now. Would like regular garb give me anything?
What?
Like, cause I'm not in my chainmail right now, so with my AC is like all the way down. But shouldn't I be in something, or would that just not?
Your class has a base AC.
Yeah.
So just 12. We're bad. Take some hits.
Are you guys ready?
Room.
Do I still have that spear in my neck?
What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, the thing? No, I thought you took it out.
Yeah, no. That's fine.
Okay, so what are your ACs?
12.
Yahoo?
13.
All right, so both of you guys are whipped by this pretty large, nasty-looking piece of work, and you each take. Oh, whoops. Herb, you take 6,
Damn.
and Yahoo, you take 3. And as you guys take that hit, the Tauren guard right here, he appears to be an orc. He yells, "What the hell are you guys doing trying to get into the guard's room?"
Fucking herb. Oh my god, why did I follow you?
It seemed I lost my way. Fuck, I'm gonna turn into you, Leo, again. I lost my way.
You're gonna have to give a better excuse than that before that guard right there kills the both of you.
Okay, I walk up and I say, sorry, my friend here was lost. I was actually about to direct him, this way, or can I start moving this way? I start, like,
Wait, are you saying that
take her
to this guard?
You good Horgan,
yeah,
you good.
to the guard. Like, to the guard that was questioning why we were going to the...
That was this guard. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check before you start moving.
Okay.
And as you've done this, because you were the last in the order here,
14.
14.
Yeah.
All right. You do manage to convince this guard that you went the wrong way. As he gestures to the two Coyote guards to settle down, and for his cars in the past to let you through. But as you guys are walking, he says, "Yeah, before you go, let me see your IDs. Where do you two work? Who are you two headmen?"
Truthfully, I haven't met him yet.
I
It's
shift
my
around
first day.
nervously. Wait, can I do another perception check and say that I forgot my card or something? Or,
You
I
have
don't
your
know
card.
yet? No, like that I don't. Sorry, not my card. That I don't know who my head. You say headman? Headman is.
Yeah, headman.
So can I do another persuasion check?
Well, you're not trying to persuade him of anything by saying you don't know who it is.
Okay, I guess that's true. I don't know either.
Oh, and how is it that you two don't know where you're working for?
Okay. Okay, is this the part where I say it's been a long day. It's a long morning.
The day just started. You've literally the alarm
Where's
sounded
my
not even
perso-
half
where's
an
my-
hour ago.
Where's my persuasion roll? What the fuck? Get me out of this
I was
situation.
sent to be a guard. They said I was good for something.
God damn it, Herb, you son of a bitch. Pull your weight.
You were sent. You're in the wrong building. If you were sent to be a guard, let me see your ID. And he holds out his hand.
Wait, are we able to hear this? Like me and
No,
Attrition?
this is out in the hallway.
Okay.
Fuck this.
I'm whittling away on my work. Like,
Yes.
There's look, you
I
don't
look-
get anywhere in this town by defying authority. You have to
I tap
subvert them.
on Attrition's shoulder. I wonder how the other two are doing.
I hand him my factory ID.
If I had to guess,
I want to be a
anything that's on the
guard.
table.
This
They
is
snuck in
fucking
with the
dude.
line. I don't know what they're doing. I'm just gonna hope they're alive at the end of the day. It's all I can
I
do.
hope they're okay, and I start just working again. I keep working.
Yeah. So as he takes your ID, Herb, and he looks it down, he scowls and he goes, "This says you work in the factory."
As a guard.
Go ahead and
Oh, but
Give me a persuasion check, Eric, with disadvantage, because that's horseshit.
So just roll it twice.
Yeah,
and
roll it
take
twice
the
and take the
low.
lowest number.
Oh, there's 2, so there's the good one. And there's a 14, so 2.
All right, yeah.
Oh my-
With that, and he's he pulls out his warhammer from behind him, and he goes, "You're really making me do this the hard way." As he goes ahead and swings his hammer right at your head.
Oh, Jesus.
oh my.
Oh, thank God.
Does 16 hit?
Oh, that was a 16? Fuck. Yeah, it is.
Yep. So he smashes you right in the head with this massive hammer.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah, you take 7 damage. And you are
He's
currently...
out of there.
Are you down?
Oh, yeah.
You are unconscious on the ground. And the guard turns towards Yahoo and goes, "Yeah, give me your ID before I do that to you too."
Can I persuasion check this bitch? Oh my god.
What are you
Why-
trying to
What are you trying to
persuade?
persuade him of? Yeah, well, you gotta
that-
say something, friend.
that I said that like I've had a long morning and that I'm just not my memory's just not there right now.
Bro, I
Okay,
do
go
not
ahead
think this
and
guy
give
cares.
me a persuasion check with that excuse.
12.
Yeah, I believe that when the bell hasn't just rung half an hour ago.
Fuck. Oh, fuck me.
And he rolls to hit you as well. That's
Oh,
gonna be a
wait,
20.
It's a 20.
Just
Wait,
hand
so
him
do I have to
your
roll
ID.
again?
Oh my god. It's not
Just
that-
hit me.
Wait, do I have to just roll again for dodge? Wait, how does this
No,
work?
there's no dodge.
No, he
you
just-
get hit.
What's your armor
Oh.
class? But you're in civilian clothing, so you don't have your armor on. So you need to. What's your class's base armor class?
13.
Yeah, so you take what was it? 2 damage as he hits you
I'm
with his
chilling.
warhammer.
Wait, how did Herb
And with
take
that,
7?
The other guards that were in the hallway begin to close in around you. As the other guard calls over and goes, "Hey, you need help with this guy?" Yeah, restrain him. He's not supposed to be in the factory, apparently. These guys are snooping around. And with that, the other guy walks over and he's going to go ahead and swing at you, too.
Okay.
It's a nat 20 and a 16.
What the fuck, dude? Wait, so do I have to roll again, or I just?
No, you
is
don't
the
roll.
class
The,
is
the other
different?
characters are taking their turns.
Oh,
Well, I'm gonna start working on my new character now.
You take
guys.
6 damage.
6 damage. So you said it was 2, 3, 6. So that's. I have 3 HP left.
All right, it comes right around to your turn again. What are you doing?
Remember, you don't have to attack. You can say I should like. You can put your hands up. Like
Yeah,
get
you
your
can
ID.
say I
out.
surrender.
Dude, I don't think they're gonna. I think I'm getting knocked out one way or another, regardless.
Well,
if I
just say
I
you
surrender.
surrender. You give it.
No, this is
Well,
this is
we're-
for the honor of my friend.
What do you mean you're
Oh no.
They don't even know if you're supposed to be in the factory. Just prove you're supposed to be there at least.
Okay, hand them my ID.
What do you say?
This is the
Okay,
worst
alright.
first
This
day.
is this is actually a pretty fucking. I probably should have said like. I probably should have asked why they were smacking me so many times. Okay. All right. Here's my ID. Here's my ID. I do belong here. I just again I had a rough morning and here, and I just like toss it at this guy.
He takes your ID and looks at it, and it does say that you should be in the factory. And he looks. So, were you assigned to be a factory guard like your friend here?
No, no.
So you want to go ahead and
I
tell
was
me why
trying-
you were trying to break into the guards' room?
Like I said, he was just lost, and I was trying to drag him back to. And I point back to. I don't know how to do a marker. The
Ruler.
back where
You
attrition.
use the ruler tool.
Wait. where is it?
There you go.
Yeah, the other place.
See what you point towards that door?
No, not that one. This one. Where's my ruler?
This one?
Like this one.
The staircase?
No. Where the? Oh, sorry. Here. Is this the door? I think this is the door.
There's a door here, a door here, and a door
He-
here.
he's
Yeah,
try-
yeah, right
he's
here,
trying
right
to say
here.
the door he saw Herb come out of, which is the smithing room.
The forge.
No, what? No, this one. The one where you guys are going to, or the one that you guys are in right now.
Oh.
Okay. So you point towards the back there, and Gar goes, "Oops." All right, if that's where you're supposed to be with your pal here. What's the name of the head man over there? What department are you working in?
This is, I fucking hate Herb. Oh my god.
So I need to remind you, character, that your Connor, that your character
I
in
have
game
no
has
idea.
no idea what that room is.
Yeah. Hold on, wait, let me
Yeah.
think. Okay. I'm gonna say, like I said, I've had like a real rough morning. It's kind of, I already told you that I don't really remember much. I think this is like kind of pushing it. Wouldn't you say? Like, didn't really remember where we were going. We're just trying to get through the day. Like,
So you're telling me you're trying to get through the day by not knowing where you work and who you work for?
I mean, as
Tell me exactly how I'm
unbelievable
supposed to let you go about your day when you can't tell me those things.
as-
You are 1 second
Okay.
away from ending up like your friend there.
Fuck this thing. um. Uh.
Just kill them all.
Shut the
What
fuck up, you dead corpse-like sack of shit. Okay, what if I told you that all I know is I know him by face rather than by name? My headsman, that is.
All right, so go ahead and tell me what exactly what kind of work you're doing there for your unnamed headman.
Well, it has to do with assembling, and we're in a factory to produce what's the word? Wait, like line. I forgot what it's called. Armaments? Is that what we called it? Armaments?
Huh?
Like what this factory was designed for. Do you remember when you were first describing it? It's like a
I can't give you that information in a scenario like this. You have to remember.
fuck.
All right, so you're here assembling things over there with your foreman. Well, let's go ahead and ask him then. And he pretty much picks you up by the neck and drags you into this room over here. As the door opens, Attrition and Genevieve, you see
Thank
Yahoo being dragged in like a wet dog by the neck by a very large buff orc. As he throws him into the middle of the room, and you see Terrence
how he
kind of
looks like.
look up with a startled expression. He goes, "What exactly is going on here?"
Can we see
And,
how Yahoo is looking like, or is? Or
He's
too
looking pretty
far?
bloodied.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I mean,
Actually,
I'm like surprised, but like, I'm trying to get this work done.
No,
like-
I looked up from my desk and I'm like, oh, Attrition, is that Yahoo? Yahoo, whatever his name is.
I sort of like lean over and I'm like, yeah, it is, but I'm
do you-
not saying anything. He got himself into, like I said, he's alive. He's handling it. Look, unless you want to get up and fight somebody, just gotta keep at it.
But like, he's our friend though. I mean, I don't, necessarily really like him, but he's still, one of our friends. Also, where's your other friend? I'm actually worried considering how Yahoo looks. This is kind of, maybe we should help him out. I really don't.
How do you propose helping them out? Because I agree, the impulse is there. I want to do something, but I don't think realistically there's anything I can do.
It's either we do nothing or we watch our friend die. And I don't know
think
about
he's
you.
gonna die. He has
I
an
mean,
ID. All he has to do is get a job.
Do you look at it? Look, he's like nearly about to
He's
die.
gonna make it. He's gonna make it. All I'm saying is if I get up and I try to hit that guard, I'm gonna look just like he does.
I guess I'll just sit here and just
You
watch
guys
what's going
are
on.
in the nerd room.
all right, so as as
It's time to
Yahoo is thrown down on the ground, the guard looks around and goes, "I don't really see any assembling going on here." So, Terrence, you know this fool? And the Minotaur looks down at you and just shakes his head. And I've never seen this man in my life.
Trish, we gotta do something. I whisper. We gotta do something.
What do you want us to do?
Yeah, the orc picks up Yahoo by the neck and goes, brings him right up like face to face. Well, buddy, looks like you don't walk here. And drags him out of the room.
No, wait! I scream. I'm like,
I'm
walk
not
like
yeah.
doing
this.
I'm
You stand up and do that, and the guard turns and looks at you and goes, yeah, this has nothing to do with you. Go sit back down in your seat.
But I know him. He's my friend. He's a bit on the loony side. He might be a little lost. It's his first day here. Okay, we tried telling him how things work here, but he didn't listen. And clearly, considering how he's looking right now, I'm guessing he didn't listen. So please, can you at least spare him at least for the day? It's his first day.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
This is. Where is my dice? Where am I?
I have a hot +0 to persuasion.
I'm fucking dead, dude.
You are dead.
Oh my god.
Look, lady,
A
I'd
five.
love to cut your friend some slack, but then it's my head on the chopping block.
Uh,
Go sit down before you join this fucker. And he grabs Yahoo and walks out of the room. As he does, Terrence kind of looks at you as you begin to sulk back, and he goes, "Just a word of advice for you, lady. I really don't suggest you do that in the future. It's kind of a look out for yourself kind of town here." As you
I
sulk
just
back
really
to your
like
desk.
It's weird. I walk back. Attrition. I feel like they're gonna die, and then I just walk back to my desk. I sulk.
All right, so
You
as you're brought back here, Yahoo,
As dire as it is, you just have to have faith. They're so look, it's really kind of a dog-eat-dog world right now. All we gotta do is try and learn as much as we can to complete this mission. I hate to say it, but we're not in a place where we can act out. If you do, you're gonna get beat to death.
it's a
I guess
dog-eat-dog
you're
world.
And as I sulk, I pull out the skull of my the raven that I brought with me, and I look at him I know that you haven't been talking to me recently. I don't know where you've been. I haven't heard from you in a long time. But if you're there, and if you hear me, please keep them safe. And I put away the skull back into where I
Oh,
usually
it's
hide
holy
it.
some.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, we cut back into the hallway here, and the guard that was dragging Yahoo around points to one of his other guards as the two Kaordi guards begin resuming their patrol. He goes, throw him in for the cell. When we change shifts, we'll have him bring him to the jail, and they'll face their punishment there. And you are picked up along with Herb, and you are brought into the guardsman house here.
And we're in.
Just like that. What you see is a large, pretty large. It's like a typical jail cell where it's not like a wall. It's like bars that are floor to ceiling. You see your typical bar to ceiling window there, and you guys are pretty much unceremoniously dumped in here. Herb, you are still unconscious. There is a back room here where you don't see anything, and you see a couple of small tables that can fit 3 people each, and there are 2 desks in the back. And after unceremoniously dumping you guys off, he goes to one of the guards that's sitting at one of the 2 desks. There are a couple of the guards, just sitting at tables in the room as the day progresses. He pretty much explains the situation of what happened. He pretty much tells them that you guys were just, faking where you were working, and for all he knows, trying to steal something or slacking off while trying to break into the guards' room, and heads back out onto his patrol. So as that's happening, well, first we'll go back to Attrition and Genevieve. Is there anything you guys are going to be doing with the rest of your day, or are you just keeping your head down and doing your work?
Uh,
I'm sulky
in my
while
notebook,
working.
I want to try and make a small recreation of just sort of whatever spreadsheet I assume that I'm working on.
Yeah.
So that I can brainstorm how to fuck with it when I get back to the apartment or whatever.
Yeah, you can pretty much copy down some notes. It's not really too suspicious in this room. Guards can't exactly read what you're writing, and most of the people have their heads down writing on their desks. As you're doing that, Asher kind of turns his chair back to look at Genevieve and goes, hey, you knew that guy?
I look up as like from my work and with a very sad puppy dog sad face. Yeah.
Well, I wish the best of luck for both of you. From the tales I've heard, things don't exactly end well for those people sent there.
I have faith in him.
Looking at him.
And
And I just
Yep.
sulking.
This is karma for the train.
there is no such thing as karma, Connor. This is your own actions leading you to this scenario.
I was not the. Oh, why did I follow him, man?
Because we didn't know where we were going.
Oh my God.
All right,
That
so
was the whole point.
Dude, what do you
was
mean?
gonna
Literally,
keep
no
walking
one
at
was
this door.
going into that fucking door, and then you're like, okay, well, let's just fucking go into. Oh my God.
all right, so we're cutting back to you two. Yahoo, you are heavily bleeding and beaten up with an completely unconscious herb next to you.
Yo.
Yo.
So since most of the guards are patrolling the building, the couple that you see here are just kind of relaxing. There's the two guards. They're also doing paperwork at their desks. You can assume that these people have a higher rank just by the way they look. Their armor is more ornate. There are no Kaordi guards inside of this room. And the two guards that are sitting at the tables are kind of just enjoying like a breakfast meal of like gruel. Well, Yahoo, what are you doing?
Aren't I just like knocked the fuck out? Can I?
You're
do
not
anything?
yet knocked out. Herb is knocked out.
No, I know, but I'm like about to fucking die, right? And this sack of shit is like I can't leave him, right? So what?
Well, you're not dead yet.
Is it possible? It's not possible to rest, right?
I mean,
Not
there's
in
nothing
this
stopping
situation.
you.
Yeah.
You can't like full rest, but you can take a short rest and just relax here in the cell.
Am I doing
Yeah, I think I'm
death
just
saves
gonna
right
short
now?
relax.
No, you're not doing death saves.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm kind of waiting for my two compatriots over there to make a move to get us the fuck out of here.
They don't even
Yeah,
know
make a
we're
move
in
against
here.
the armed guards. while I
As
have no
opposed to-
armor, and I
as
have
opposed to
literally-
what
my
exactly?
entire person is like a notebook, like a pencil, and some clothes.
They don't even know we're in here.
Okay, but what exactly is your guys' solution for what's going on here?
Remember when we came up with a plan and we said that we were gonna just do one day of
Yeah,
learning?
it's a simple day of learning. What happened? I don't understand.
I just wanted to choose a
I'm
job I
assuming that-
wanted
Not
to
my
do.
fault.
I'm assuming that you guys have like some master scheme. Like that's the only reason like you guys would have confronted a guard.
I wasn't even trying to confront a guard. I was just roaming the room, seeing which job I wanted to do. My guy's a real dumbass.
All right, I guess.
RP heavy guy.
So we reeled off. So Yahoo is just resting, right?
Yeah.
I'm
So this is so for the factory. From what you guys saw last night, as you were also in a jail cell, you saw that it lets out around a couple hours after sunset, or like just around like the sun is setting as people are released from the factory. So you can assume you work a 12-hour day. Are you taking a short rest?
That's the only one I could do, right? Short rest.
Yeah. Well, you could take a full long rest here, but I'm giving you the opportunity to like take a short rest and do something with your day instead of taking the entire day and resting. You can take a long rest if you want to.
Okay, I guess I'll short rest and then is it?
Can I make?
These people all understand my language, right? Like.
Yeah. They are all Torrens.
Can I try and converse with the one nearest to me?
Well, take your short rest first. Herb, you can also take the short rest, so you can go ahead and expend your hit die and regain some health. I think you only have one at level 1.
Wait, which one's
What
hit
does
die?
that even mean?
So your class has an amount of hit dice equal to its class level. So you're a cleric?
Yeah.
I think the cleric hit dice is a D8.
It is.
So you can roll 1d8 and recover that plus your Constitution modifier in health. And because you've gained health, from being you'll wake back up. You become conscious again.
Okay. Cool.
A D8 plus what?
You
Last
plus
name
your
for me.
Constitution modifier.
Okay.
Ugh. What happened? My head, it hurts.
I get 7.
You got a 7? Okay. You are back up with 7 there. What about you, Herb?
What?
How much health did you regain?
6.
All right, that is pretty stellar, actually. All right. So, as you guys are waiting here, it's been several hours since you've been captured. Most of the guards at this point have left the room and are resuming the patrols. Even one of the more fancy guards, you can assume that are in charge of the facility, have also left and have gone on patrol. There's only a singular guy left, and he's filling out his paperwork. As it's fallen around maybe lunchtime at this point. You're a couple minutes off from lunch.
Oi. Yo, you think it's a good idea if
I
ask
don't
you-
fucking talk to me.
Oi,
Damn.
God. Can I have a application? I want to be a guy.
Yeah, this guy's a human. And he goes, yeah, sorry, but we don't exactly give out recommendations for guards when you've illegally entered this factory and have to be put in jail and beaten.
I didn't enter here illegally.
I want to sock this dumbass so bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the issue. You didn't enter legally.
I said illegally, but alright. It's alright. I'm gonna just kind of walk off. Be sad. I want to
Sad.
be a god.
I wanted to be a god. Yeah, how are we going to get out of here?
Okay, can I persuasion check this guy to say that I have to go pee?
Well, what are you trying to persuade him of?
That
You
I
have to,
have
like,
to
talk
go
to
pee
him.
to
Yeah,
leave.
you have
Hello,
to, like-
guard. Okay, okay.
Do you
Hello,
believe I
guard.
have to go to the bathroom?
Guard, may I go use the bathroom? I do not feel like it's particularly sanitary or healthy to pee in this jail cell.
He points to the corner of your jail cell and goes, "Pop."
Okay, but come on, buddy. Let's appeal to the inner goodness or the inner humanity of each other. Yeah, peeing in what you said, pot?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
he
like a
said
little
pot.
chamber pot.
That's a little degrading, wouldn't you say?
I mean, look, I get it for that other guy, right?
He
but-
levels you with a deadpan stare. With the eyes of a man who has killed before.
I fucking hate you.
All right, I go back. I go talk to Herb. What the fuck, dude? All right, you got any plans? Cause okay, you tried to be a guard, and I tried to go pee, but now we can't get out. So I mean, what's
Wait.
your...
I got the oldest trick in the book.
I'm going to observe the lock.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's a generic, iron lock. You don't notice any special properties about it. Nothing that you can observe with your eyes proves that this is like magical.
Alright, so we got a nice little lock right there. That's about all we got.
Okay,
What?
I want to take a look at the lock too. How focused is this guard on us?
Not very until you started talking to him. He was working on paperwork.
Okay, Herb, I need you to go distract this dude. Be like a dipshit or something while I go look at this lock.
Yeah.
I should let you guys know in advance. You know, his line of sight, like if he were to look at you, is like that.
You guys could just do nothing and wait for him to get back to his
Yeah,
paperwork.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think we
Okay.
should be waiting for that
All right,
man to
We
look
wait.
down. I'm just gonna look at him though. I'm just gonna like give him the doe eye stare. It's gonna be giving him the stink eye, I guess. Not really the stink eye. I'm just pan faced. I just really want a job.
You're just staring.
Yeah, literally what my character's doing now is what I'm doing.
All right. So he kind of looks at you and notices you not looking away. So he kind of like, you know, it is a little bit awkward as he turns back and begins fiddling with his paperwork.
I give the signal. And then I go back to look. Back to
Yahoo?
you, Yao.
okay, I guess I'm looking at the lock still.
What exactly are you looking for? Like, what are you trying to
A way
discern?
to discern it
To pick
or
it?
like unlock it. Yeah.
As far as you can tell, it is a mundane iron lock, and if you had the tools, you could pick it.
Did I keep my locks on me?
Your thieves'
All right,
tools,
sorry,
you
my
mean?
my,
You could just
yeah,
say
my
you
thieves tools. Yeah, okay. I kept my.
I mean,
tools
is it
on me.
something that your character would leave without? Do they
I mean,
constantly
thieves'
have
tools
them?
Not
also,
really.
are not like
It's like a small bag of
impossible to
tools.
carry. Yeah, it's like
Like,
a
you can
small
carry it.
sack.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, if it's a small bag of tools, then I definitely kept it. Yeah. So.
All right, so go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check and a stealth check.
It's probably like a leather, like rectangle with like a pouch on the inner, like on the inside.
Yeah,
where
that's
you, like,
exactly
put
how
your
I'm
tools.
imagining it.
and then
Kind
it
of like a
folds
doctor's
open.
tools,
Yeah.
like one of like something
So
like
sleight
this.
of hand is 17.
Yeah.
And
I
go
love
ahead and give me that
stuff.
stealth check with disadvantage because you're in a pretty quiet room.
11.
What was your sleight of hand check?
17.
All right, so you do manage to successfully pop this lock open as the guard is distracted. But as you do pop it open, the door kind of creaks a little bit as it, slides forward before you're able to catch it and pull it right back in. And
Start punching the bars.
as you do, but the guard did catch the fact that that door creaked open a little bit, and he goes, "Hey, what do you do?" And as he's about to finish his sentence, the world around you goes monochrome.
Oh.
As the door that was the entrance to this room kind of shatters like fallen glass. And you see probably one of the most beautiful women you have ever seen in your entire life walk through the shattered reality in a
Okay.
beautiful, pure white gown as she walks into the room. And she turns and looks at the two of you and goes, the two of you are in quite a predicament, huh?
This is
Oi.
epic.
Is this the Deus Ex Machina? Hey, let's take this
Yeah,
bitch
just
for all
answer her
she's
question.
got. What was the question?
She said
We're in
the
a
two of you are
predicament?
in quite a predicament.
Yes, we are.
Sure is right about that.
Well,
Oh yeah.
you see, I could
Oh, yeah.
probably help you with this. I'm not opposed to granting wishes every now and again, even if they aren't yours. But, my services aren't free.
What do you desire in exchange?
That's a good question. Let's see. And as she says that, she gestures her hand towards the two of you, and a white, like, luminescent orb comes out of both of your beings. And once it leaves, you guys feel a cold, sickly, hollow feeling inside of you. Like you've lost what makes you human.
Oh my fucking Eric.
And as she holds these balls in her hands, they kind of expand a little bit. And both of you go ahead and give me a perception check.
I don't want to get out of this hole no more. Perception.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm fucking dumb as a brick, whatever.
16. 16.
Yours. What was yours, Connor?
A fucking nat one, dude. Just kidding.
All right, so Connor, you're kind of blinded by these lights, and you can't really focus on them. It gives you a little bit of a headache. But Herb, as you're looking at the lights, or at least the one that she took from you, you can kind of see almost a reel of your life's events kind of flowing through this orb. You know, different sporadic events and different almost screens on the orb. And first she turns to Yahoo, and she plucks something from your luminescent orb, Yahoo, as she tosses it back and it goes into your body. And she looks at it and goes, I think I'll take this. And as for you, I quite like this one. And she picks something out of your luminous orb as she returns it to you as well. And
See what she picked up.
yeah, for you, it would be one of the key moments of your life when you had decided that the god of war was the god that you were destined to follow. You know, it was the time when you made that decision where this was definitely, you know, the god and path that was meant for you. So, what was that moment for Herb in his life?
The moment where I knew I was going to be a warrior.
Now, the moment where you had survived enough battles and you came to the recognition where I must be blessed.
Honestly, it was the most recent one, because it was the one. It was the final like nail in the coffin. He was like not dying, and then he didn't die for the last time.
All right. So with
was like
that, you feel that memory slowly slip away as she returned your orb, and Yahoo, you know, you feel something leave you as well, but you're not necessarily sure what it was. And these two things kind of slip into the angelic figure, and she goes, quite delicious. Well, that ends this. Hopefully, we won't be seeing each other again. And with that,
Right,
she
don't you have
turns
to do-
around and walks back into like the broken material plane as she disappears. And with that, color returns into the world, and the guard that was about to finish his rant, for some reason, sits back down. And as he does, he pulls out 2 red cards from within his desk, and he looks at them, and they have your guys' name on it, and he gets up and goes, well, this time make sure you don't daisy off and lazy around like you did before, or else you'll be in for some serious punishment this time. And he walks over and hands you guys your 2 IDs. And this time, Herb, yours is set factory worker, and there's a dash, and it says forge followed by it. And for Yahoo, yours is factory worker dash assemblyman. And with that, the two of you have are let out and let to resume your spot in your designated areas.
All right. Do we remember that bitch coming into our lives? Like,
You do remember
Alright.
it. You do remember it.
all right. I mean,
So as that,
brief.
oh, yep. So
Could we like look at each other like, what the fuck was that shit? Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Well, I'm pretty oblivious to everything that just happened, right? Like I have like no fucking idea what just
No,
happened.
you're aware of what just happened. You just weren't able to see
No,
what
no,
was
but-
taken from you.
You remember. You may
Yeah,
not know
yeah,
what
but-
exactly
Yeah,
happened,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you
that's
know that happened.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna pretend it didn't.
All right, so with that, as that was going on, switching back over to Attrition and Genevieve, Genevieve, that raven skull that you carry around with you, it was unnaturally hot in your pocket for a hot minute there, and that it gave you a familiar feeling. But that's about all that happens.
I like get startled for a second and like let out a peep, like ah! And I look at like where I stored like the skull, the red skull of the raven, and I'm just like, huh?
And
I,
as you let
like,
out that
take
little
it out
peep,
for-
Asher
yeah.
kind of like Asher turns his head at your yelp and goes, "Wait,
Yeah, I would also be like,
you okay?"
Is something the matter? Yeah, you alright?
Like I like slowly like pull out, like I look into like my pocket to see like the skull. It looks like perfectly normal. I'm like, that's weird.
As
And
you
then I
take
look
it out, it doesn't actually look perfectly normal. There's a bit of a purple haze that is like at the end of its life kind of dimming out as you take it out of your pocket. And once it's fully brought out into the surface, it's kind of it becomes normal. But you are able to catch that like slight diffusion of energy, you could say, as you took it out of your pocket.
Okay, my eyes widen for like a split second, and then like I realize that there's other people in the room, so I quickly like fix myself up and I look at them and it's like, oh, nothing. I think nothing to worry about. I think I was dozing off.
Well, so long as you're alright, and I'm gonna get back to it. Like, I have to get through this pile of paperwork or I'm gonna
Yeah.
get whipped, so...
Yeah,
Asher's like, yeah, you better be careful there. We gotta get this stuff done,
yeah. It's been like a long couple hours. I feel like we just need a break, but what can you do? And I just keep going back to work, like,
All right, and with that, the rest of your day passes by pretty tediously as the final bell whistles. There was a second bell in the middle of the day where you were all able to leave your hallways and get food, but Attrition, or I mean, Herb and Yahoo.
Hang on. If Herb and Yahoo get back to doing their thing, what's the name of their headman? And they I guess they need to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They were each kind of just thrown into their rooms. So, how would you guys go about that?
The angle I'm gonna be taking is that's my new god I just saw, and my other everything is kind of.
Well, Eric, as far as you're aware, you were never following a god.
Exactly. So like that is my new god. I'm this war guy who's following this bitch of fucking I don't know what the hell.
All right, that works.
That's kind of. I'm just kind of like, yeah, all right. I work here. I'm pretty much in the same place the guard is that gave us these fucking passports. I'm exactly in his mind state where this is just what's going on.
I kind of want to keep. Actually, is it possible for me to go out and follow Herb? I kind of want to. No. I know, but okay. Fuck it.
There's nothing stopping you from having like gone out and just followed Herb into the forge, as opposed to going down the hallway and going into the processing room that you were in.
I feel like we kind of just had some shit happen. I feel like I would not be comfortable just being like, hey, let me just like ignore what the fuck just happened. Like, I feel like I would need to like want to talk to Herb about it.
Well, he was trying to talk to you before.
No, I know, but like we were like in a more low key setting, right? Like we were in the fucking jail cell. Do you know what I mean? Like
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So you're gonna follow him into the forge then?
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you are inside the forge.
That sure was something crazy, but I have a job to do. We can talk about this later.
Okay. I guess if you want to say that.
All right. So for For Herb, then, as you walk into the forge, an equally short in stature, burly, bearded man walks up to you, and he's clearly a dwarf, and goes, "Oh, so you're one of the new guys, then?
Aye.
You ever worked with metal?
No.
You ever tended a furnace?
I've tended a fire. I'm Irish now.
Is that fire in a furnace or just a fire?"
Oh, like a campfire. Oh, full Irish.
You see him like rub the bridge of his nose, and like a sigh escapes him, and he goes, "All right. My name's Benjamin. I'm gonna stick you over there in quenching. Trying to burn your hand off." And he directs you over to the big barrels of oil. And
Very thirsty, thank you.
Jesus, what are they sending us? Stick the hot sword in the oil. And he shows you it, like, as he sticks it in himself. And he hands you a piping hot sword for you to do it yourself.
Alright.
Cookies to
I
go
do
with the drink.
I do it. I follow his instruction.
Yeah, so you quench the sword, and after a couple of tries, it comes out looking the way that his did. He inspects it for a little bit and goes, "All right, finish the rest of your shift. You're gonna be quenching swords until you're able to do something else useful." And with that, he leaves you to it.
I'm the quench master.
All right, and so we'll swap over to Yahoo here. Yahoo, you enter the processing room, and as you do, you see a very tall elven woman in an immaculate dress with a pair of very skinny glasses and an extraordinarily well-kept bun in her hair, holding a clipboard as she goes around and marks down what everybody's doing. And she sees you and kind of calls out to you and says, "You! What are you doing? Get over here! Hurry up! Why are you so late?"
Okay, I walk. Wait, where is she?
She's like in one of the just standing like one of the tables, monitoring what everybody's doing. What are you doing? Don't just stand there. Start assembling. It's your job.
Okay. I look over at there's a bunch of people here, right?
Yeah, there are other people assembling stuff.
Also, can I? She doesn't have like a name tag or anything, right, on her? Like.
No, she does not.
Okay. All right. I'm going to observe and. Okay. I'm gonna sit down next to someone.
Okay.
After taking some random things from like a box, and then I'm going to like try and make small talk and say like, could you like? Is there like a specific character, like someone actually here? Like,
Yeah, I mean the tables are filled with people.
Okay.
What exactly
No,
did you
but
take from the box? Is the first thing you should?
You said this is like where they have like the leather handles and stuff, right? Like this is like the straps or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
you can.
It's
You can
not
go to like just tell me what you're gonna pick up, and I will say you have picked up that from the box.
Okay. I pick up a random number of like miscellaneous things because I don't know how to do any of this.
Okay.
But I just want to make I just want to appear like I know what I'm doing, and then I walk over to a bench and I sit down.
All right. Yeah, you sit down next to a bench, and the person to your right.
Wait. Sorry. I'm gonna go over here, like further from her.
Okay. Yeah, you sit across the way from her, and you sit next down to a brunette elven woman, as she's very small in stature. And you see her fiddling with the bits to assemble a bow, as she is threading the twine for the bowstring itself into the bow.
I whisper to her, hey, can you show me what you're doing? First day here, not really trying to get into trouble.
Yeah, now you're not trying to get into trouble.
All right, fuck you, dude.
She kind of looks you up and down and notices your like beaten appearance and your like bloodied clothing. She kind of gives you a disdainful look as she says, "Just go assemble something easy then. I'm trying to keep my numbers up here. I'm not trying to end up like you."
I whisper back like, "What's something easy?"
You hear her give like a large sigh, and
These fucking people, I hate it here. God damn.
she turns and she points to a small box of like the heads of daggers, and she points to a box next to it that's full of hilts with leather in it. And she goes, "Just fucking glue that stuff together. It's easy, even a dimwit could do it. Now leave me alone."
Okay, which box? This one?
She just gestured to, you know what the box that she gestured to, and you can take those parts out.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get those parts, and I move away from her. I'm gonna sit down over here now.
All right.
And I
As you
start
sit
fiddling.
down, yeah, you begin to go with your process, and after several more hours of this, night begins to fall, and the day comes to an end. Genevieve and Attrition, go ahead and give me intelligence checks. Yahoo, give me a dexterity check, and Herb, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Intelligence, holy shit, I'm fucked. Ugh. Okay, well, I
17.
rolled a solid 1.
17.
18.
Connor?
22.
All right, so Herb and Yahoo, despite having a late start, you are able to catch up as you expedite your work. Though you are not served dinner, as you had missed half of the day.
I fucking hate it here. God damn it.
Genevieve, you are able to fly through your work as you crunch numbers like it's your day job. But Attrition,
It is.
buddy old pal, you had some issues there, and you still have a small stack of papers sitting on your desk. What are you gonna do
Yep.
here?
I'm trying to finish them. Like, there's not much else to do.
Genevieve, you do notice as you finish your paper a little early here that Attrition still has a small pile on his desk. Are you gonna help him out?
Psst, buddy, do you need help? I finished mine pretty early. I think.
I'm like, trying to write as fast as I can. Yes, I need help.
All right, just pass it over here.
All right, I give her half of the papers that are still
All right.
left.
Yeah, with that, you are able to successfully complete your work by the end of the day, and you all begin to leave the factory as the resounding like siren bell kicks up again and starts making a racket. So along with everybody else, you all funnel out into the hallway, and you go back onto the street. Are you guys just heading straight back to the apartment, or are you guys like meeting up as you head out?
I would probably wait by the exit and wait
I
for
want to
people.
kind of look at how people are leaving, like the guards and everything.
Yeah, I would also like to make note of like where the guards might be going, like
Shipments.
how.
Yeah. So as
Yeah.
as the people are leaving, the guards kind of line the hallway as people are flowing out to like direct traffic as they're leading them out onto the street. As far as you're aware, this is currently the time where the heaviest guard presence is all like in one spot as they're kind of shepherding the people to go. Yahoo, you realize at the end of your ship that all of the boxes that were filled with completed goods are moved to a room that is past a door that in the back of your room here. So there's a door, and all the boxes are being shuttled behind that door into somewhere else where you're not known. That's where all the completed goods are. Yeah, so that's all you guys are able to procure information-wise by just walking out of the building. Though,
Okay.
yeah, so you guys all gather right here, at the exit. Attrition and Genevieve, yeah, you're not aware of what happened with them, so this is your meeting here.
I'm gonna say, did you guys learn anything, useful? I saw Yahoo got dragged into our room and almost beat
Yeah,
to death.
I was about to
Had
say.
me worried there.
Are you okay? Like, are you guys fine?
They don't take very kindly to snooping.
What were you guys trying to do exactly?
I was trying to get a job.
Well, why weren't you in line when we got jobs at the beginning of the day?
I figured I could get my own job.
Well, it seems like it worked out for you, so I hope you weren't beat. I mean, did they look beat? Like,
Yes, no, they look like black and blue all over with, blood on their clothing from their wounds.
What exactly happened with you two? Like what? Like
I'm
what
pretty
caused you
sure
guys?
we found a new deity.
Yeah.
What?
We
now,
met
hang
God.
on.
God. What did she look like? Or what did they look like?
Very intuitive. She was a girl. I don't know. I keep saying.
You know, that
I'm
doesn't
sure.
really explain much. What
Now,
exactly
but a
happened?
deity talked to you all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit.
I wasn't really familiar with what happened.
I was looking at the guard.
I couldn't really understand what happened. I just know that we basically met a god. And,
That's kind of huge because they haven't talked to many people in a very long time.
It felt
I-
like we were about to get into a bad situation, and she took us out of it. She saved us from it somehow.
Did she do anything specifically?
I can't know for sure, but she got these into my hands. I'm gonna hand over the red pass with my name on it, or whatever the hell.
They are
It
ID.
says Ford. Yeah.
She gave you guys IDs?
There's IDs made, even though I didn't go online.
Ah.
What
Okay.
happened to the ID that Morpheus
Yeah.
gave you?
Yeah, what happened to
You
the
just have two now?
I'm gonna.
No,
search
those
my
ones were
pockets for the other-
confiscated. Because
Okay.
you did hand them over.
Okay.
Okay, their old ID? Did it have Did you put your name on it? And does your new one have your name on it?
The new one has like my job description and everything, right?
Yeah, the new one's complete.
So it says like Herb.
Yeah, it has the
Last
name,
name.
herb, date of birth, position.
But did the last one?
No, it did not.
Like-
It was not filled out.
Okay.
I was in line with you.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't just human traffic a clone of Herb.
Wait, so about this god, do you know what exactly do they look like? Or not at all?
There was too much going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of light.
a lot of light.
Ah,
I saw
Okay.
me in the past. I think. I don't know anymore.
oh. And I kind of just like step away a little bit.
Well, it
Okay.
sounds very eventful.
How about you guys? What did you get done today?
They had us do some inventory work, and I'm trying to figure out if we can scuff it and prove and sort of like set the documents so that they don't freak out when we take a bunch of stuff later.
Let's just say there's a bunch of numbers. All I can see are numbers.
Like, get together. Huddle.
I'm a dream about numbers.
Put your hands in for the first day of work.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have too many more of those.
You know, it should have been a simple day, but it turns out for the two of you getting beaten up, I
Beaten up, literally divine intervention.
yeah, nearly killed. You
I
know,
don't know what to believe anymore. It feels all I've known is now gone.
it's been a long day. Maybe when you sleep on it, you'll be fine.
Well, we got to come up with a plan eventually to get these armaments. We only
Maybe-
got. They said a week, right? We've only
2
got
weeks.
6 more days.
You have 2 weeks.
2 weeks. We've got 13 more days.
Yeah, so are you guys continuing to funnel out with the crowd? As the crowd is beginning to trickle as you guys are hanging back here?
Yeah, we're probably gonna start walking, at least down the city, at least a couple of blocks away from the factory.
All right. So one thing to note here, as you guys are walking down away and out of like the inner gates here, you notice guards beginning to retreat from like the outer city, and they're beginning to retreat, and they're all heading to a really like well-guarded, fortified building, kind of like directly behind or across from the factory.
Okay, so they're leaving the factory and going to like a presumably like a barracks.
Yes. But one thing to note is that go ahead and give me a perception check actually to see if you guys can catch this out.
Okay.
Finally, I checked that I have a high modifier. Please don't roll like shit. Alright, I rolled a 25.
18.
17.
11.
All right, so everybody but Yahoo notices that it's really only the Terran guards that are returning to the to that fortification, and you notice that the majority of the guards coming out of the stronghold at this point are the Coyote guards. So it's just
Okay,
something
so,
you
like,
guys notice.
The
Alright, so-
people left the
Yeah.
factory.
So Coyote is people or no? Not people.
The Coyote is invaders.
yeah, those are the invading force.
So alien and then Tauren are human.
Yeah, so the
So
planet
you,
is
you said the people left the
so
the factory and
the
Coyote.
Tauren guards are leaving, like, are coming in from the outer city and leaving the factory and going into the barracks. The Coyote guards are coming out of the barracks now to presumably take the night shift.
Okay. Are there how many Coyote are coming? in?
They're far less Coyote than there are Tauren guards.
Great.
But yeah, that is something you guys notice as you are retreating back
Does-
to your living quarters. So with that, you guys make it back to your apartment after your first full day at work.
Man.
That's
It's only
what
been
we're
the first day, and I'm
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah,
We met God on our first day of work, by the way, Eric.
yeah,
Or-
literally fucked it up so bad.
Like,
That is the
Ah!
Divine
first
intervention
session.
had to take place.
I lost my faith.